It is my pleasure to introduce our key presenter for today's session, Mrs. Kelly McIntosh. Mrs. McIntosh is a supply chain management professional, speaker, writer, and wellness coach. She has an MPhil in botany and an MA in leading innovation and change. Her career has seen her working at various levels in the supply chains of several organizations, such as H&L Agri and Marine Company, AgroGrace, Grace Foods International, and she is currently the supply chain manager at Tradewind Citrus Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Ms. Kelly McIntosh to the podium, and she will kick off today's session by helping us to understand the various types of export risks.
Okay, so this session today is it may not answer specific questions that you have. For example, you might be a pepper sauce manufacturer that you think, this is the winning pepper sauce. I want to get it into Canada. I want to get it into Curacao. You may not get the specific 1, 2, 3 steps for you to do that. But guess what you will leave here with? This is what I'm so confident of. You will know what questions to ask and of whom. That's the biggest thing in risk management, you know. Being able to stay here and see what's happening, what could happen. Okay, so we're going to talk about why we need to understand export risks, the different types of risks, and an overview of global trends impacting exports. The global trend section could have taken up a whole day, right? Because the world is just changing. So here are some of why is it important for us to understand. You have money at stake. There's money at stake. You're not doing this as a favor to the world. You're doing this in order to make money. You have your reputation, your company's reputation at stake, where if something goes wrong, you can possibly jeopardize future outgrowth going forward. So, the types of risks, start thinking now, because when I give my presentation at the end, trying to bring everything together, I have a short quiz at the end. So I want you to put on your exporter hat and start thinking, what could go wrong? We have regulatory and compliance risks, things like labeling, certificates, documentation, tariff changes. There are logistics risks. If you're exporting, it means you're moving goods from A to B, overseas, across borders, across boundaries. What are the attendant risks in logistics? Supply chain risks. We in Jamaica are dependent to a very large degree on our inputs for the products that we export coming from overseas. You have to have control over your supply chain. You have to have visibility. And note, in my 30 years of working in this field, I have never seen such dynamism. Everything is up in the air. The rules no longer apply. What about your pricing? Does your pricing cover all your costs? Are you au fait with all your costs? There are route to market risks. How are you going to get paid? Is your product going to be promoted? Is it being positioned appropriately? The geopolitical issues, the wars and rumors of wars, and the actual wars. Fees on China vessels, the ever-changing tariff landscape, and changing markets. Once upon a time, you could just close your eyes and think, the USA is my biggest, nearest market. Is that true today? And as I close, let's go. So, just running through, here are the sessions that will come. Customs compliance, the AEO program, you'll hear about that. That has to do with security. How to minimize export shipment delays if you're going by sea, if you're going by air. Should I go by sea? Should I go by air? How will I know? There are some questions you can answer to point you in the right direction. And then, what are the common pitfalls that face exporters, and how can I mitigate them? Remember your intentions for today. Hold on to them, affirm them, and make sure you make good on those intentions before you step out of this room and go home.